What are the things that individuals need to do consistently to become great leaders or great managers?
Okay, so what are most important for leaders? So I look at the three key things that I think a leader needs to do, that the key levers, right? The first is purpose. So you got to know what you stand for. You got to know what success and great looks like. And it has to be an exciting story, a visionary story, right? You have to get people excited about what it is that we're all here to do together. And if you personally are not excited about it, or it's not very clear what success is like, it's going to be hard for people to feel excited following you or sacrificing or working super hard towards this thing, because it's not exciting, right? Why would we all do that? So the first one is like really purpose. The second one we talked about in the past is people. So the ability to understand what talent, what skills, what qualities are needed in order for this group to achieve its purpose, right? So that goes back to what we were all talking about before. It's like, what does good look like? What does great look like? You want to hire a great team of engineers to be able to solve some really hard problem, right? Do you know what a great engineer looks like? Do you know how to hire one? Do you know what to ask them in an interview that will separate a great engineer from a mediocre engineer, right? So being able to identify talent, being able to attract that talent, and being able to help that talent become even better, right? So there's a coaching element as well. It's not like you hire someone and then you just let them be, you work with them. You help them work on the projects that are best suited to their strengths. You put them in key difficult problems that are going to help them grow, and you give them feedback. You help them become the kind of person, the kind of engineer, or whatever role they are that they want to become, right? So the nurturing of that relationship, the ability to help, you want the person to say, wow, I am a much better person. I'm a much better, more skilled as a result of being here working on this team with you than I would have ever had otherwise, right? That is what you want people to say. So people is the second, and probably, in my opinion, the most difficult and the most important of the levers. And then I think the third thing is process. And process to me is simply, how do people work together? It goes back to kind of the culture and all of this, right? Again, defined or undefined, right? If you and me disagree, what happens? What do we do? Do we argue about it for 3 hours? Do we, just decide one of us just pulls Rick? Do we not argue because that's just not how we do things? We just listen to the, most tenured person in the room. How do these people work, right? And the design of process, the design of culture is an extremely important lever as well, because you want to make sure that smart people can do the job that they're meant to do, that they can, it's this idea that if you do this well, then 1 + 1 is bigger than 2, right? Well, it's not just the sum of everyone's individual talents. The whole is better than what each individual could have done on their own. That is what great process or great culture looks like.